Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and you guys already know what it is. What if Deku was Bill Cipher Part 3? So, without any further ado, let's jump in. So, if I'm not correct, I left off right after the, final exam. So, they're on the bus, and they're on the bus to the, drop-off point. And they get there, and Deku figures it out, because Deku knows everything. He can basically see the future. Sorta, not kinda, sorta, not really. But, yeah. So, when everyone gets dumped off, he kinda just puts one of the chain cuffs on Todoroki's wrists and just grabs the chain. And he's just floating there. Because he can levitate. And, the Wow Wow Pussycats wasn't really expecting this. And Deku kind of pulls Todoroki up, because, you know, I'm working on a ship here. It's gonna be slow going, because Todoroki, she is a very interesting character to work with, because she's usually cold. And again, if you do not remember, she is a girl. Todoroki is a girl in this universe. Because why not? Basically, Deku just teleports him and Todoroki to the camp. Sorry about that. And yeah, and they get there before the other people get there. The teachers, that's what their names are. So they get there like an hour before the teachers. Nah, 30 minutes. Because why not? And then like 3 hours later, after Deku and Todoroki get there, all the other students come out all bruised and like beaten up, more or less. And they just look over and they see Deku and Todoroki making food. Potato soup, I think it is. And when Deku would just go to cook something, he just... Oh, I'm giving Deku pyrokinesis, I think that's how you pronounce it. Basically, he can make blue fire. Not the same way Dabi does. He can produce it. He can't shoot it. It's different kind. It's the different kind. It's not like Dabi's, but he can still make blue fire. When everyone gets settled down and settled in, let's say before the villains attack. Let's say they attack. Yeah, the villains attack at night, if I'm not correct. So everyone else is asleep, like before they go to sleep. What's his face? Deku tells Todoroki to meet him outside in the woods, because he wants to show her something. And Todoroki agrees, being a little questionable, but why not? And then they meet up at the meeting spot, and Deku teleports. Let's say the sun was still going down, and Deku teleports him and Todoroki onto this perfect viewing point of the sunset, because I feel like it's. And I'm actually getting into this now, so. Deku's like, well, would you look at that? It's beautiful. And Todoroki is like, she's like, yeah, it is. And this next line is gonna be so cheesy. And Deku's like, not as beautiful as you. Oh my god. That is probably the most cheesiest thing I've ever said on this channel. That is probably the most cheesiest thing ever. Holy God. And Todoroki's a little caught off guard by this, but she's fine with it. And then Deku's like... Deku tells Todoroki to close her eyes for a second. And then Todoroki's like... Okay. And then Deku kisses her. Because I feel like I want to do it this way. And then they look over and they see the villains. And they look down the mountain and they see Muscular about to, kill Koda. And Deku's like, no, we can't have that now. Nah, let's say he sees Muscular about to kill Koda. And then Deku says to Todoroki, I would hate to kill the moment, DM, but I gotta go save that kid. And then Todoroki's just frozen there in shock that just happened. Let's say Todoroki has been crushing on Deku for a bit now. But then Deku teleports down behind Muscular and uses his blue chains to pull him back. And then he ignites the blue chains with fire, burning Muscular and then chaining him to the ground, grabbing Koda, teleporting him to where all the teachers are. And basically, what's his face? All the heroes that are there fighting the villains. And let's say Deku sees Spinner. And Deku teleports in front of Spinner, and he's like, what are you? A cheap knockoff Ninja Turtle? And then Spinner's like, what did you call me? And swings his sword made of swords. And Deku just dodges it, and then breaks the sword, and then chains up Spinner. That's his name. He's not Stain, he's Spinner. Basically, Deku is just teleporting around, taking out villains. And, he finds Toga about to, kill Uraraka. Does the same thing. Snatches her back with his chains. And sorta... You know what? Instead of chaining Muscular down, he kind of made a cage with the surrounding rock and stuff because he could morph reality. Chains up Toga. Let's say there's 2 Nomus there instead of 1. Momo already put the tracker on the other one. So Deku finds this Nomu about to kill Shoji, yeah. But Deku's like, nah, we can't have that now. And what Deku does, he kinda... Jesus. What's he... He kinda pulls a Ghost Rider and slings his chain at the Nomu, igniting the chain with blue fire, cutting its head off with the chain, because that's how hot it is. Then Compress. Deku beats Compress at his own game, because he's Deku is a better ringmaster than Compress is. about everything goes to canon except for the kidnapping thing. They were there for Deku, not Bakugo. And let's say when Deku's fighting off Moonfish. Let's say, what's his face? What's a good character? What's a character that could be able to do this? Let's just say, Spinner woke up and, Dabi just comes up behind him and knocks him out. And throws him through a portal. Basically, Deku's being kidnapped instead of Bakugo, but I got plans for that. And, the attack's over. Everyone's freaking out because, the villains just got Deku. And Todoroki is more anxious than most people because, Deku just confessed his love for her and he got kidnapped by the League. But let's cut to Deku. Deku wakes up in this chair, chained from head to toe with chains. And Shigaraki signals Spinner to take the mask off so he can speak. Spinner takes the mask off. And Deku's like, now, what's with all the chains? It's not like I'm gonna do anything. What Deku's like, Shigaraki was like, yeah, he's a guest, and he's a guest. Basically trying to do what he did with Bakugo. And they go to take off all the restraints, and Deku's like, no need. He snaps through his restraints, and he just teleports out of it. And then he claps his hands. He's in his suit. He's got the hat. He's got the cane. And Deku looks Shigaraki dead in the eyes with this serious face. And he's like, take me to your master. Shigaraki's like, what the heck is this dude? But let's cut to the heroes. And no, before we cut to the heroes, let's say a screen comes on in the bar and a picture of All For One in his throne, medical chair, whatever you want to call it, thing appears. And he's like, you wanted to talk to me? And Deku's like, how about we meet in person, All For One? And then let's cut over to the heroes. Let's say Deku made a deal with All Might. Let's say basically Deku wanted to help. So basically, from all the deals that he made from the last part, but basically what he got in return is a fraction of their power. So basically, the deal between All Might and Deku is that Deku heals All Might, but All Might owes him a favor. Because, he's still the number one hero. He can get a lot of things with permission from the number one hero. So basically, he gets a favor. And then, cut back to Deku. He teleports in front of All For One. The camera feed's still panning there. And he's like, he looks All For One in a serious face. And he's like, let's make a deal. And that's where I'm going to end this off. And if you have an idea for what deal Deku should make with All For One, please just comment it. But that's it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Peace.